Hello, Connor here. Welcome back to Journey to Simple, which is the blog I have posted videos on in the past, but I haven't done that in several years, so we'll see. But today I am going to post a video, a packing video, and I recently went on a trip to Florida to visit my parents for 2 weeks, and it was the first ever trip I took with our 10-month-old son. And I packed all of his things and my things in a carry-on bag and posted it on Facebook. And I had a few comments and a few people asked me if I was going to make a video for it. So I thought I would make a video of not the packing but the unpacking. So this is the bag here. I have not unpacked it yet. It's from Mountain Equipment Co-op. It's the smallest standard duffel bag you can buy from them. I think it costs about $40 or something like that. I expect this bag to last at least my entire lifetime. And yeah, so I'll go through and unpack these things and talk you through what I brought, things we didn't bring, why we didn't bring them, etc. But I'll show you how we got everything in here. First of all, there is an exterior zippered pocket on the side of the duffel bag, and I didn't put much in there, but I did put a list of how I packed things as I was packing so that I could repack them in the way that I had found everything fit well. So I'll refer to this if I need to while we unpack. But this is the first time I ever packed with packing cubes. Some people are really crazy about packing cubes. I will say that my preferred way to pack is still how I did in my old videos where you wrap clothes around each other. But I tried out packing cubes this time because I was packing for myself and my son in the same bag. And we were flying on an airplane alone. And even though I find wrapping clothing, and I'll link that video in the description, to be more efficient, I knew that if I needed to get something quickly, it would be very difficult to do that with everything wrapped up because I was alone with our son. And I didn't know how much help I could find at random on the airplane. So I did have a diaper bag on the airplane as my personal item as well. But I can talk about that in another video if people are interested. So I used packing cubes that were also from Mountain Equipment Co-op, which I am going to assume are designed for duffel bags because they would not fit well in any other bag. But I'll take out one to show you what they look like. This is what they look like. They have zippers on the top, so that's part of the reason why I assume they are meant for duffel bags. And I had two of these green, limey green, neon green colored ones with our son's things, and then I had two other ones with my things. But what I'll do is I'll unpack these two first. And what I found is all four of these are the medium-sized mesh packing cubes from Mountain Equipment Co-op. They change the colors of lots of things every year, which means you can find most things on sale right before they're about to change the colors, which is true of these mesh packing cubes. So I found that four of them fit well as long as you didn't pack the packing cube much wider than the natural width of the cube. So this cube, the only thing I have taken out of this bag so far is we had a lightweight sleep sack, like a little sleeping bag for our son. That's what he had as his blanket. That's the only thing that's been taken out of this cube. It was folded right at the top. And everything else in here is how it traveled home with us. So I'll open this cube and show you what's in here. This was sort of his extras or things that got packed at the last minute. I have a pair of his pajamas in this plastic bag because we had to wash them quickly the morning we were leaving, so they weren't quite dry yet by the time we had to leave. So in here we have two sets of pajamas for him, and really extra diapers in case there was a disaster on the plane. These are really just for traveling purposes because obviously we had diapers when we got home, in our home. And when we went to Florida, again, this bag was similarly packed on the way to Florida, and my parents had already picked up a box of diapers for us. Now, if we had not been going to my parents and we had just been going to a hotel, I still would have had a box of diapers just ordered from Costco or something and shipped there because there's lots of free shipping options within the United States and I would have done that over, say, packing a ton of diapers. So these were just extra diapers for, you know, potential disasters or delays on the plane or something like that. A pair of socks for him. He doesn't like wearing socks. He pulls them off, and we were also going to a hot place. So I think he only had 2 pairs of socks total, one in here and one in his diaper bag. And then a few extra Ziploc bags for toiletries or diaper bag related things while we were down there or on the way there or home. So that was what was in this cube right here. And on the way down, I did have, I also had in this cube a Ziploc bag with extra formula in it. So I had ordered baby formula and sent it down there, but I wasn't quite sure when it would arrive. So I brought an extra, I don't know, probably a couple days worth of formula in that cube on the way down, just to give us some breathing space in case it took a while for the formula to arrive. So the second green packing cube had most of our son's clothing in it. And we were there for 14 days, and being at my parents', we did have easy access to a washer and dryer. Now, I would look for that on any vacation. Does a hotel have that? I know when we've gone on vacation before, I've looked to see if there's a laundromat close by, because I would rather pack a week's worth of clothing and do laundry partway through than 2 weeks worth of clothing, personally. That's what I would rather do, take less. And also, I like using washer and dryers when on vacation because you don't have as much laundry to do when you get home. Most of this clothing is clean, so that's great. So what we have in here are all of his clothing is small enough that I was able to roll it in little rolls to be about the width of this packing cube. So that worked fairly well to pack all of his clothing. And so I brought, I'll just unroll things and show you how they were rolled up. So that's a pair of pants, and this is a short sleeve and a onesie. He slept in this the first few days because it was actually very hot. And then one long sleeve kind of pull over sweatshirt kind of thing, but it's a little lighter than a sweatshirt. One kind of nicer shirt for when we went out for dinner for my birthday, things like that. And then swimming gear. We have a hat that is rolled up. So a sun hat. We're a light complexion like me, and so he will sunburn quite easily if he wasn't wearing a hat. And then his swimsuit rolled up quite well. And then we packed a little reusable swim diaper, and this was excellent. So that fit in there nicely as well. And then we have one more short sleeve onesie undershirt sort of thing, and another pair of pants. So that's 2 pairs of pants. And then we have a third short sleeve onesie here. So in this cube there were 3 short sleeve undershirts or onesies and 2 pairs of pants. In his diaper bag he had 2 changes of clothes for on the way home. And then so some of his clothing was in the diaper bag as well. And then 3 of these kind of romper style summer outfits. So in this cube there were 2 pairs of pants, 3 short sleeve shirts, 3 rompers, a nice going out shirt, a long sleeve pullover shirt, and swimwear. Okay, so that's what was in his second cube and how his second cube was packed. So now we'll move on to my 2 cubes. So I had one black one and one purple one. So in the black cube that was mine, I had some underwear, which you don't need to see, that. I brought 4 pairs of underwear, and then I had one on the plane. This might be too much information, but I knew I'd be able to do laundry while we were down there. I brought a sun hat that, yes, I folded up and now is sort of misshapen. I find though that a few days out or a few days of wearing, it gets back to its shape pretty easily, so I don't mind. And now it's been folded up in there for a few days. So that was at the top of the black one. I have a long pair of pants. So I don't really wear shorts. It's not really my thing. So I had packed this pair of pants, and then I wore a pair of jeans on the airplane. And those were the two pairs of pants that I had. This I did not roll in the packing cube. I kind of folded it over into quarters like this, and then it fit widthwise fairly well. And I had one pair of socks. This was really just to wear around the house because the kind of runners I brought you wear without socks, and then I brought a pair of sandals. So I only brought this one pair of merino wool socks because I knew if I was only wearing it around the house, I could wear them for a few days actually because they're merino wool before having to wash them. So that's that. And then I have 4 t-shirts. So again, I wore one on the plane, and then I had 4 additional shirts like this. So this was a t-shirt, and I'll show you how the next one is rolled and how I put them in here. So the bag's like this, and I rolled them, and I put 4 in like this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 to make one layer. So I didn't actually put them in this way, put them in this way. Okay, so 4 rolled t-shirts. And that's everything that was in the black cube. So the black cube was a pair of pants, a pair of socks, 4 shirts, a sun hat, and 1 lone pair of underwear. That I guess the rest is in this purple packing cube. So that was the black cube. Okay. So the purple cube, this last one that's in here, was my last one. And on the very top are my pajamas, which again I didn't roll. I just sort of folded into quarters to fit nicely on the top. So there's that. And a souvenir. So this is a bar soap and some bath salts. So there was a little extra room in this cube. So that's where that one went. And now I have, again, I didn't roll. I just sort of folded compactly a sun. This is like a sun cover up you would wear over a bathing suit. And a bathing suit. That's what this is here. And the remainder of my underwear, and 1 dress. So again, I didn't roll my clothes, most of them. I just folded this, and I had brought this in case we, I don't know, had a really nice beach day or went out for dinner. I actually did not wear this dress. It was not super hot while we were there, but I do not regret bringing it. I would bring a nice item like this in the future. And that's everything that was in this purple bag. Okay, so that one was a bathing suit, a cover-up, pajamas, remainder of the underwear, and a dress to wear, you know, if we went out. So that's all the packing cubes. So the bag now is a little, you know, mostly empty. But there are a few things I had put under the packing cubes just for ease of packing. I didn't want to put them on the sides so it would stick out and things like that. So I'll just pull out the things on the very bottom of the bag. The first is a fold-up bag. This is actually what I used as my diaper bag on the way down there, but I'm a bag person. I bought a bag while we were down there, and that was the diaper bag I brought home. So this is just a foldable, packable bag that I then packed at the bottom. Then I have a zip-up black sort of cardigan sweater. It's a fleece sort of thing. It's not a fancy sort of thing, but it actually worked really well for going for walks down there. I could wear it with any of the t-shirts while we were down there. So this was kind of a nice sweater to have. On the airplane, I wore a hoodie over a t-shirt as well as like a zip-up light spring rain jacket. And then I had this. So those were all the kind of warmer clothes that I had. And then on the very bottom, I have 2 pairs of shoes. I have a pair of flip-flops in a bag so they don't get my bag dirty. And then a pair of nicer sandals also in a bag so they don't get the bottom of the bag dirty. So that's what's at the bottom of the bag. So the main compartment of the bag is now empty. Now there is a mesh pouch on the very interior side of the bag, and I put a few things in there as well. So I put this pouch in there, and this was my non-liquid toiletries. Any liquids I put in the diaper bag. And so, you know, this is a hairbrush, deodorant. I actually have a cell phone charger in here. I have a baby Advil dispenser, just in case we needed that for our son. I have one of these, you know, baby snot suckers. If you don't know what that is, you know, it's what it says it is. It's just suck snot out of your baby's nose because they can't blow their own nose. So this was just in case we needed it. A headband, some Band-Aids, nail clippers, and a few kind of feminine hygiene products are in there. I brought a packable backpack, which was actually a gift for Christmas. We did not use this, but again, I'm still happy I had it because it's possible I might have used it. A baby, like a thermometer in case we thought our baby was sick and needed that, so that's what's in there. And the last thing that's in here are a pair of earbuds. Now, I had no illusions that taking a baby by myself on an airplane, I would have the chance to watch a movie or anything like that, but I thought, you know, I wouldn't be by myself with him on the way home, and this is the sort of thing that doesn't take up much space, and if I wanted it and it wasn't there, you know, then I wouldn't have them. So I brought those. So that's everything in this bag. I'll just show you quickly how I carry this bag, because on the way down there I had a baby in a carrier on the front, and I had a diaper bag kind of as a tote bag on my shoulder, and then this bag, if it was a short walk through the airport, I just picked up by the regular handles, but for kind of the longer walks when we first got off the plane and things, I actually put it over like this and wore it kind of like a backpack. You can't really see it now that it's not full. You can't see how well that worked. But that's how we packed this bag. So that was for sure more than enough clothing for us to have lots of options for 2 weeks. Most of my shirts I in theory could wear you know, more than once before washing them, maybe twice before washing them. Maybe that's a little less true now that I have a baby with me and he has peanut butter hands and, you know, all that. I would say that there were 2 things that made this trip kind of easier because I was at my parents' as opposed to at a hotel, which made packing this much easier. Not only did I know I'd have access to a washer and dryer, I knew I had easy access. Like if I needed to do laundry more than once, I could easily do that at no cost to myself. And I did do laundry more than once, and so that would have been more complicated in a hotel, and likely would have cost, we would have had to pay to use a washer and dryer. The other thing is, because we were at my parents', they had a car. So I easily, if I forgot something or needed something, I could go out and get it. So I bought shampoo when I was down there, you know, a couple, like could easily go to the grocery store and buy food or things like that. And then also, we did not bring a car seat, a stroller, or a high chair, or kind of pack and play crib sort of thing, because my parents were able to locate those items down there. Now, we did order a pack and play crib and had it shipped down there and then brought it back with us on the way back. And if we had gone somewhere without access to a car seat, I would have looked into many major cities have places you can rent car seats from. That would be my personal preference over taking a car seat on an airplane. But lots of people do it all the time, so I'm sure that's doable as well, if that's what we had wanted to do. But those were things that made this simpler and easier to pack this much. Now, some of you, and pardon if this is too much information, some of you women out there might be wondering, where are your bras? Okay, so I wore one sports bra on the airplane, and that's the only bra I had for the whole trip. Yep, I just washed it a handful of times and let it dry overnight, and But I think there would have been actually quite a bit of room in here had I wanted to pack more of that. So this is how I packed for myself, our 10-month-old son. And this could easily fit in the overhead bin. Personally, if I were traveling alone, I would want to pack in a bag that I could fit under the seat that would have everything, but I didn't, that wasn't an option. And so that's how we pack everything for a 2-week vacation for myself and our son in this carry-on duffel bag. I really enjoyed using a duffel bag as a carry-on, and these packing cubes, if I was flying solo, I don't know if I would use, but they did work really well in this case. So I apologize for making such a long video about unpacking, and I'm rambling a little bit, but I hope it's helpful to some of you who are looking to downsize maybe how much you take on vacation. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and let me know if you'd like to see a video about what was in the diaper bag or any other future videos like this. Thanks very much. Bye!